Bitcoin hoodie back with another Kaspa video. If you could please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. So you can see Kaspa's back over 10 cents. Price action's really nothing new to see there. But the theme of today's video is be careful out there. A lot of things during the bull market will be emotional. We all want to make as much money as possible. And, maybe a few of you are only invested in Kaspa, but most likely anyone that's watching this video that's in Kaspa is also invested in other projects, other coins, tokens, maybe NFTs, whatever in the crypto market. And we all want to make as much money. We all feel like there's life change, the chance to have some life changing amount of money in this bull run. We just got to keep a level head. Kaspa's got all this stuff in the background, hash rate looking good. Overall, you zoom out, it's going up. All those things are going on. And you can load your bags up more. And then at some point, you'll have to decide for yourself if you're going to take profit and what level you will. And if you're going to dollar cost average out. There's this post by Not Short, this kid that's 17, that Javier, and I hope he made $1 million on the Jupiter airdrop. Now I watched the video, and he basically is just talking about how there's 5 different ways to use the Jupiter app, and swapping and bridging, perpetuals, a couple more aspects that maybe they add more. And he's basically saying he wakes up and he does that. Now, some of the people in the comments are saying, well, what's the proof that he got the $1 million airdrop? He must have had multiple wallets, because I think there was a limit to how many Jupe of the one wallet could have got. And I don't know if he's really did it or not, and some people are accusing him of just doing that for engagement farming. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I do know that I didn't see any evidence that it was true. Now, that doesn't mean he didn't do it. He doesn't have to necessarily prove it. But that's the beautiful thing about the blockchain, is that you can do that and show there, here's my addresses. Now, you made $1 million, then you kind of become a target. So anyways, I don't know. And, you either believe the kid or you don't. You're not seeing on-chain proof. At least I haven't seen any on-chain proof yet. Now, maybe someone found it or he posted it later, but that's the whole point of the blockchain. And right here, I can't prove or necessarily disprove that he did, but, that stuff's going to be real relevant, and I saw that Andrew Tate started talking about how if this tweet got enough that he'll have the top G crypto or whatever, and apparently deleted that. Borovic, I don't know how you pronounce that, Borovic, that big NFT trader. Apparently he got a DM from Andrew Tate. I don't know if this is legit or if he just photoshopped this. That you don't even know, but apparently that tweet has been deleted. And so I don't know if he got flack for just joking around, whether he is really serious about doing a coin or whatever. But, Ben Armstrong said he's going to quit live streaming because he can't afford it, because the lawyer bills are so much. And, to me, when I see Ben Armstrong, it's kind of sad, and I don't truly know everything that happened between him and whatever happened with BitBoy Crypto, Hit Network, or whatever. But it does seem like someone that's kind of unhinged, that went off the deep end a little bit. And I've seen some of his videos where he just, he didn't seem like before. He seems like he's strung out or something. And, just, you got to be careful who you trust out there, I guess, is the moral of the story, myself included. Not like everyone's looking to me to tell them exactly what. For the algo, thank you, Jim to Jim, for tuning in. But yeah, just got to be careful who we trust. There's going to be a lot of hype. There's going to be a lot of excitement. There's going to be a lot of people really making money. There's going to be some people that are, I don't know if this is legit or not. I'm not saying it's not legit with this kid getting $1 million with a Jupiter airdrop. But, people farming for airdrops is real, and there's a lot of that going on. I got an airdrop and for some reason, I'll go OKX. Maybe OKX will show it better. So I got one of these airdropped to me, and they're just random. Yeah, for some reason my Safari is struggling. I cleared the cache, but so yeah, I got one of these. You can see that it's up over. It's like 8% of a Bitcoin. I got one and I sold it early and got 1.5% of Bitcoin. And I just got that airdropped. It's just because I had some Bitcoin ordinal NFTs. I had some Bitcoin punks and some Archie monkeys, whatever, and some other ones. And because of that, I just got this randomly airdropped. Now people are using these to activate them to get the rune coins. My dad just randomly had four, and he hasn't really bought much on the ordinals for a year, but he had some Bitcoin punks, some Bitcoin apes, some I2 punks, and then he got four airdropped, and now that'd be like 32% of a Bitcoin if he'd have held on. Now he did get about 11%, 12, he got 12% of a Bitcoin, which was like 5 grand almost. So it'd be now, it's getting close to 3,600. So I mean, it'd be over 12 grand now. More, might be, I guess, well, four, that'd be like close to 15 grand now. So I think that's amazing. So airdrops are real. I mean, I got some. I know that Leonidas in the Bitcoin ordinals community is going to be, they're going to have the rune coin. They've already decided that, they already basically took the snapshot. And, I'll be getting one of those. I checked my address, and that's going to be a real airdrop. So these airdrops are real. My dad and I, which I basically sold him for him because he's not real good at using those ordinals wallets. um you grab 5 grand, nothing wrong with grabbing 5 grand. It'd be more like 15 grand a day. So you're not going to play them all perfect. I sold mine and got $650. My wife was home not working that day, and it's like, hey, you should grab the profit. So these airdrops are real. I guess tying it back to Caspa is, there's just going to be a lot of hype, a lot of people that have some good opinions and some people that are off, and a lot of people that have their own agenda. And there's going to be probably, I mean, maybe not something exactly like FTX and Celsius, but there's going to be a lot of money. And anytime there's a lot of money, there's going to be a lot of people, the legit people just trying to make money. And there's going to be a lot of rats out there and a lot of scams and a lot of people that are full of shit that you can't trust. So just got to tread carefully, and you just never know. You just can't marry anything, and at some point you don't want to ride this all the way up and not make any money. And I did that in some projects. So just keep a level head, and let Caspa keep doing its thing in the background. And this kind of sideways action, the pendulum's going to swing back to Caspa, I believe, and the light will shine on it. So you just got to be patient and be careful out there about, just believing people. And, really, you got to step back sometimes and just spend time thinking about yourself, maybe writing on a piece of paper. I guess I've talked a little bit about exit strategy. For me, I'm going to sell in chunks. Basically, for me, and this is just what I'm going to do is basically in 2025 at some point, I'm probably not going to have anything except some Bitcoin. All my NFTs, all my altcoins like Cardano or whatever that I hold, I'm just going to sell them all, but not all at one time. So I've seen some good strategies with people, but you don't want to sell it all at one time. But I think what you want to do is with Caspa is just write out some price targets with Caspa, something like, you know, in a dollar. And, people have brought up that, we really get hung up to Bitcoin getting to 100,000. No one really says, man, I'm just really hoping Bitcoin gets to 232,752. No one's ever like that. It's always like, oh, Bitcoin's going to get to 250,000. So if you really think Caspa is going to get to a dollar, maybe you want to sell some before that. Maybe if you think it's going to get to $2, $5. I think that the hard part with like Caspa or something, whoops, I did it in terms of Bitcoin there. Oh, ETH. We've got to go back to the dollar. There we are. You got to get some realistic price points. Caspa is going to have some inflation, but nothing crazy. But it's going to be up around 25 billion. But its overall supply is going to not have very much remaining. So while there's going to be a little inflation between now and next year, from 2025 on, there's not going to be a ton of inflation. And sometimes there's going to be something like I could see where Caspa is getting 10 blocks per second on the main net. There's hype, it's going up. And then next year, kind of somewhere near the overall peak of the market, there's starting to be hype leading up to smart contract implementation. And once that implementation happens of the smart contracts, it still could take months for DApps to be built. You saw that on Cardano. So it could run up. So some of it is for my exit strategy with Caspa is basically trying to just, keep the relevant news that's happening. But also what I did was I sent 10,000 Caspa to my wife, a Tangent wallet set up for my wife. So I got 10,000 Caspa, and she can sell that whenever she wants. And so that to me is her perspective is she's not going to have any emotions in it, and she's going to sell way before I have. Because what's happened is the one time on this metaverse token on Cardano, it basically had $10,000 go up to $120,000 in a month, and I didn't take the profit and just wrote it back down. And she was like, sell it, and it's like, I could have sold half, I could have sold part of it. So I guess that was a convoluted version, but part of it was I sent some of my holding, a little chunk over to my wife, 10,000 Caspa. She can sell that whenever. And that's basically, and I sent some Cardano to her. So I sent some Cardano and I sent some Caspa, and she's going to start off the selling. I'm not going to sell anything before her because I'm going to believe it's going to go higher. But once she starts selling, then that just gets kind of pops the cherry, gets me in the game, and she can sell at whatever price. Maybe she wants to sell it at 30, 40 cents. I don't know, maybe 90 cents. She's going to be able to sell that whenever she wants. And then that kind of gets me in a little bit in the selling mode. And she might sell before I'm going to, but there's going to be a point where everything rides up and it's going to ride back down, and there's no point riding it all the way back down. I could see holding some small bags if moonshot, and it's good to maybe sell 20% here, 20% there, 20, and then if you want to keep 20% or 10% of a coin just throughout the bear market. But I would divide your bags up into maybe a 10 or 20% increments, and just say like, okay, here's, you got 100% of your portfolio, and just sell 10% here and there is one way to do it. Let me know what your exit strategy is for this bull market. Let me know, and maybe I'll come and I'll just make one video really formulating my plan and sharing that with everyone. So that's basically it. Be careful out there. Be careful. There's gonna be a lot of airdrops, a lot of money, a lot of bullshit. So just try to sift through all the bullshit. And then get your exit strategy. Right now we've been building our bags. You got them packed, or you're still building your bags. And then at some point we're going to have takeoff. More normies are going to get into crypto, and you want to have your exit strategy in place because you don't want to ride this all the way up. And when everything's getting hot and heavy, emotions are going to be high. You're going to think, Caspa might be $1.95, and everyone's talking about how Caspa is going to $5, $10, $25, and it never does. So you just want to make sure you grab profit. And you're not going to time it perfect. So if you sell in chunks here and there, dollar cost average out is the best the average guy can do. So thanks for watching. Let me know what your exit strategy is, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.